They erased her name. They buried her story.
At.
She rewrote history. The arena lights dimmed to black, and 30,000 voices fell silent at once, as if the world itself had paused. The Titantron flickered with static. A heartbeat echoed through the speakers, slow, heavy, inevitable. No one knew what was coming, but everyone felt it. Something was about to break.
Then the music hit. Not just any music, her music. The theme WWE had locked away, buried beneath years of silence and rewritten narratives. The song they swore would never play again echoed through the arena like a ghost rising from the grave. The crowd didn't cheer at first. They froze. Shock, confusion, disbelief. Grown men stood motionless. Women covered their mouths. Children pointed at the stage, trying to understand. Because walking through that curtain was the woman they were told to forget. She didn't run or pose. She walked slowly, carrying the weight of someone who had survived something the world would never fully understand. Her eyes scanned the crowd not with triumph, but with quiet defiance. This was someone written out of history who had decided to rewrite the ending herself. Commentary fell silent. Cameras shook. This wasn't supposed to happen. She wasn't supposed to be here. The woman WWE had erased from highlight reels, merchandise, and records stood in the center of the ring, microphone in hand. Before she could speak, the crowd began chanting. Not her character name, not her persona, but her real name. The name she had before WWE packaged her. They chanted it like an apology, like a promise. She closed her eyes briefly, letting the sound wash over her, then opened them again. The arena went silent. "You don't know the whole story," she whispered, her voice cracking. "But you're about to." What followed wasn't just a return, it was a reckoning. A confession that cracked open the illusion of sports entertainment and exposed the human costs behind scripted stories. This wasn't about championships. It was about survival, identity, and what happens when you become too real for a company that profits from fiction. Her disappearance had been quiet at first. Missed show. Then another merchandise gone. Her name no longer spoken. She had main evented the biggest match of her career, delivered a performance that defined a generation, and then silence. No TV time. No explanation. Replays cut. Title reign referenced vaguely, as if she were never really there. Backstage rumors spread, but none touched the truth. This wasn't punishment. It was control. She was still under contract, paid to stay home, paid to disappear. Social media went dark. Interviews vanished. Independent promotions were warned off. Fans noticed, eventually demanded answers, but WWE responded with gaslighting and corporate silence. Months passed, new stars rose. The machine moved on. And she watched herself be erased from the history she bled to create. Behind the scenes, she fought. Not in rings, but in boardrooms and legal offices. She studied contracts, searched for loopholes, learned the language of power. The emotional toll was crushing. Identity stripped away, purpose hollowed out. There were nights she wanted to walk away forever. But messages from other wrestlers kept coming, thank yous, quiet confessions, gratitude for standing up, even in silence. WWE felt the pressure. Morale dropped. Locker rooms whispered. Executives argued. Then she made her move on ultimatum. One night, one unscripted promo, one chance to speak the truth. WWE refused. She responded with a single post. The truth is coming. The world exploded. The night of her return, tension filled the building. No script, no safety net. When she spoke, she didn't shout. She told the truth about being removed for standing up, about how control is disguised as creativity, about how silence is enforced. She spoke for 12 minutes, and the industry held its breath. Then she dropped the mic and walked through the crowd, disappearing into something larger than the show itself. The fallout was immediate. Media attention. Industry debates. Corporate statements that said nothing. Wrestlers began pushing back in negotiations. The precedent was set. WWE announced reforms without naming her. Everyone knew why. For her, the aftermath was complicated. Some doors opened, others closed. Support was loud in private, quiet in public. But letters poured in from veterans, independents, active talental, saying the same thing. You made me feel less alone. Months later, the deeper truth emerged. Her erasure wasn't random. It was preemptive. She had begun organizing conversations about healthcare, retirement, rights. WWE had seen a threat and neutralized it by making her invisible. The revelation changed everything. Her return wasn't just survival. It was the failure of a system designed to silence. A year later, WWE offered a new contract. Better terms, creative input, protection to speak, not justice, but progress, she signed, understanding that change from within was louder than exile. Now she wrestles weekly. She performs. But more than that, she exists. Proof that erasure isn't permanent. That truth carries consequences, but not extinction. She isn't just a comeback story. She's a reminder that voices matter, that silence can be broken, and that sometimes the most revolutionary act in wrestling or anywhere is simply refusing to disappear.